Welcome to Your World in Agriculture. I'm Adrienne Baughman for agriculture.com. Today we're visiting with Sterling Liddell, Senior Vice President of RaboAgrifinance. Good morning, Sterling.
Good morning, Adrienne.
Thank you for joining us from your St. Louis bureau. Today we're speaking about the Black Sea region. We wanted to ask you here at agriculture.com, will we see restricted exports of corn and wheat coming out of Ukraine in the coming months or years?
But one of the biggest challenges the market's been trying to deal with in the Black Sea region is how much restriction will we have of grain? And there's been a lot of speculation as to what will happen. The real fact is there hasn't been much restriction of grain flow. As a matter of fact, grain is a very important part of the Ukrainian economy, and if they don't convert that grain to cash, they can't plant the next crop. So it's a priority to keep the grain flowing. Right now, it's not likely that we will see a restriction coming out of Ukraine within this year unless tensions dramatically rise. We just simply haven't seen it. The real challenge is probably going to be, can their economy support farmers planting enough and getting enough nutrient down to produce a reasonable crop? And if not, then how much impact will that have on global trade?
Thank you. We've been to Ukraine to take a look at their commodities they're growing. We all know that the world is headed for less high-quality wheat. What level of wheat do you see coming out of Ukraine?
Well, Ukraine wheat is generally considered the lower quality, lower price wheat globally. It's a very bargain type of wheat that's purchased into mostly North Africa, but other parts of the world as well. This has also been a benefit because we've developed milling technology now that we can actually blend away some of the low quality, get higher quality, standard quality from places like Canada, US, Australia, and blend that with Ukraine wheat or Black Sea wheat to get a better flour. Now that's been a positive for Ukraine and will probably continue to be that.
Thank you. Do you have any insights on livestock trades coming out of production, and what effects might the tensions have on livestock and movement of livestock products into that Russian trade union?
Certainly there can be some challenges because Ukraine is the block between essentially Poland and Russia where you would see some movement of livestock. But Russia has been on a push to try and become more self-sufficient. It doesn't make sense for a net exporter of grain to be a net importer of animal protein products. So there may be some disruption, but over time, that's the intent, or it seems like it's the intent of the Russian Federation to become even more self-sufficient in livestock production and consumption.
Thank you. And do you see this unrest currently in Ukraine directly strengthening or weakening the financial status of Ukrainian farmers?
This is a big blow to Ukraine farmers. The Ukrainian farmers have been developing. They've been putting new technology down. We've seen corn grow by about 2.7 bushels per year over the last 15 to 17 years, doubling their capability or yields over that period of time. A lot of this has to do with them being able to secure capital. And a lot of their capital comes from the economy and from outside investments. This will be a real challenge if they can't stabilize for that growth to continue.
Thanks for your time, Sterling. I'm Adrienne Baughman for agriculture.com.